Myra, as someone yang observe Arsenal from the outside, as a Chelsea fan lah, tengok Arsenal, adakah the overwhelming feeling sekarang bahawa Arsenal are on the brink of a dynasty? Gelak, penyokong Arsenal sendiri gelak. 2 tahun lepas mungkin saya pun gelak. Tapi sekarang bila saya fikir balik, when you look at the squad composition dan kita fikir pasal what Arteta has built over the last few years, and we look at segala perubahan berskala besar yang berlaku di kalangan pasukan-pasukan lain dalam Liga Perdana Inggeris and also across Europe, are Arsenal on the verge of a dominance yang kita tak pernah nampak daripada diorang?
I percaya itu adalah setengah daripada truth dia, Kish.
Okay.
Sebab untuk bina dynasty ni, first, walaupun kita nampak dia perjalanan dia untuk menang Liga Premier League, tapi dia masih ada kekangan lagi, dia belum menang lagi Champions League. Dan saya rasa untuk kita namakan Arsenal ni betul-betul antara kelab elit yang kita macam ingat macam PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, even Chelsea, Liverpool yang dah menang Champions League berkali-kali, itu mungkin final step dia sebelum I boleh yakin dengan confident dan dengan statement yang Arsenal akan bina dynasty itu. Sebab I still rasa macam, walaupun tadi Amar kata mungkin dia rasa emotional release menang league, tapi still rasa ada barrier sikit yang dia akan kena hadapi sebab susah nak retain you punya title satu dalam Premier League, and then Champions League tu adalah satu benda yang memang Arsenal inginilah.
Arsenal overwhelming favourites. Okay, Myra kata dia kena start by retaining the Premier League at least.
Yeah, betul.
Are they overwhelming favourites for the Premier League?
First time when the hunter becomes the hunted, mengejar tu dikejar pula sekarang ni. Tapi seperti Amar kata, I think one good thing about Arsenal sekarang ni ialah they can only build from strength to strength. Orang lain kena rebuild. Diorang ni all their reinforcement semua menambah baikkan. Diorang dalam proses penambah baikkan. Back to your question, Yang Kish, dari segi pembinaan dinasti. Sebenarnya dinasti you can't keep on rebuilding. You have to add on to the strong foundation. Kena ada asas yang keras, yang kuat. And sekarang ni Arsenal dia ada champions. Dari segi Champions League, Myra, last year the difference between pemenang Champions League dengan diorang merupakan satu sepakan penalti oleh central defender yang melantun ke awan. So pada pendapat saya rasa it's Arsenal to lose, especially taken into consideration yang klub-klub lain yang sekarang baru tengah kira membina semula. Tapi pasti, and the good thing is most players sekarang dah trust the process. Dulu nak trust the process susah. Macam nak trust the process, set nombor 2 je, proses apa ni kan. But finally look, apa yang Arteta janjikan telah dimeterai. So sekarang ni a lot of players come in with that confidence and they've added on. Zolis tu bagus. Bruno Guimaraes, center pivot in the middle tu crucial for Arsenal, I would say. Mungkin apa yang dia perlukan, saya rasa last year dia sign the central striker kan. I know sekarang ni Julian Alvarez ada kemelut. Dia nak keluar pada Atletico Madrid.
Isu sensitif.
Tapi sebab Atleti memang dia tak nak bagi Barcelona kan. Especially dia ada perang dekat Alamaya. So Arsenal mungkin kalau dia nak bagi, dia bagi Arsenal.
Saya tak rasa Juan Laporta gembira dengan apa yang Astro.
Not his best friend. Not his best.
Juan Laporta is not your friend, brother.
Not your friend. Not your friend.
Kembali kepada Amar. Season lepas bukan saja Premier League tetapi hampir double Champions League final. Tapi salah satu masih lagi kritikan terhadap Arteta adalah 6 tahun terakhir longest serving manager di season dekat Premier League. Hanya ada satu FA Cup kalau tak silap saya.
Betul.
Dan juga satu Premier League. Tentunya kalau kita tengok Pep Guardiola di Man City contohnya, kalaupun ada tahun yang dia tak menang Premier League, dia pasti akan ada domestic cups. Adakah itu juga salah satu benda yang perlu dikejar oleh Arsenal? Lebih banyak trophies.
Tak, bagi aku macam nak sangkal all this like narrative yang macam terlampau mengejar sukses ni, because this is called like macam short termism lah. Macam kalau kau nak tengok macam when you talk about dynasty, for instance, dynasty, kalau orang tak sedar Arteta dah 6 years. And he's like basically building the, macam kau cakap tu, strong foundation kan. And bila kau cakap Guardiola or Klopp, these are superhumans. These are not normal manager yang boleh datang.
The unicorns.
It's not every year yang orang macam ni akan datang dan terus menang. You cannot really set that as your North Star tau sebenarnya. To become a Guardiola or Klopp, it's not easy. Nobody can do it over just like that.
So what would it take untuk Arteta to move into that bracket juga?
Bagi aku tak perlu. He does not have to aspire to be that. Bagi aku macam apa yang dia buat ni, which is like basically going through the right process lah. Bila orang nak cakap tu right process ni macam everything is done organically. You know, we paid the stadium debt. Kita tak overspend. Kita tak spend money yang we don't have, kan? Lepas tu, and then we can like build from like step by step, and then up to the point yang sekarang we are the champion. So kenapa kita nak macam destroykan all this process just for the sake of kita nak kejar yang the next one, which is like the Champions League. Of course, that is the orang cakap tu the pinnacle of football, which is winning Champions League. But I have been an Arsenal fan long enough. Macam you cakap tadi, you're right. Arsenal ni memang dia ada mental block sikit. Memang kita ni we are never serial champion sebenarnya. Kalau nak tengok historically, we have never been dominating a period more than 5 years.
Tak pernah ada that dynasty lah.
Tak pernah ada pun. Cumanya we are a traditionally rich club historically. Because we were one of the first club in South London, as they claim it.
And not only that, you guys are normally patient. Jarang sack managers.
Ya, jarang sack manager.
Wenger pun kalau kita ingat, kita memang selalu ingat Invincibles yang tak kalah langsung satu game masa Liga lah. Tetapi selepas tu Wenger tak menang. Dia masuk final Champions League pun dia kalah juga. Still he was allowed to carry on the process and he left. Dia tinggalkan satu klub yang bagus untuk successor dia.
Yeah, in fact personally lah kan, kalau you tanya I, okay, what is the next step yang Arsenal should aspire to achieve in the short term is basically to retain the Champions Premier League dulu. Sebab memang ini daripada zaman Fergie dulu, kalau kau ingat, memang one of his player punya bila dia nak take a jab at Arsenal ni, dia cakap, oh Arsenal, you have never won back to back. Itu je. Memang it's true enough because we simply do not have that mentality of kita ni champion or kita ni yalah the champions of England. That's why people should beat us. After winning the league, kita confirm the next season akan second apa semua. So to me that is the next step. Macam tak perlu kejar
just to be up there. Menang tak menang tak terlalu doesn't matter that much to
ini
you,
semua
tapi
ni,
just
ini
be
semua social
up
media
there.
ni. Ini budak-budak. Kau termakan dengan budak-budak ni punya naratif.
Saya hanya menanyakan soalan. Saya menanyakan soalan kepada anda.
For me, if you ask me, right, the tolak tepi the Premier League, right? I mean, the Premier League, you need to fight to retain it, of course, right? Tapi bagi aku, one of the biggest mental block yang Arsenal adalah di Europe.
Yes.
2 final diorang dah kalah.
Yep.
And if you can overcome that and win it for the first time, then it opens up the floodgates in terms of what is possible for Arsenal lepas tu lah. Because in terms of stability, Arsenal are very stable right now, financially in the right place. Manager is smart, sporting director is also smart, everybody is in sync, signings pun sensible, dia tak ada buat signings pelik-pelik zaman dulu. Sebastian Squillaci semua dah tak ada, Park Chu-yong semua dah tak ada.
Dan pelik-pelik tu pun bukannya pasal we choose to be pelik, because we don't have the money.
No, but also the direction was weird at that point.
Yalah.
Structure dia pun slightly out of place.
Tapi actually the team that they want to replicate sebenarnya lah team yang baru menang Champions League 2 times in a row, PSG. PSG pun sama ada that block. Because obviously dekat France was given. They had all the resources, semua duit untuk menang. League 1 tu memang dia orang punya. Itu yang dia orang menang 11 berturut kan. Tapi that final turn into menang Champions League tu tak dapat. Once they open that, orang dia menang 2 tahun lepas, convincingly lawan Inter Milan tu. Lepas tu last year pun, let's be honest, the final they deserve to win the final. But obviously perbezaan dia hanya that penalty kick. So Arsenal I think wants to replicate that. A team that they want to succeed is a team that they also want to replicate.
And I think like macam Champions League pula, dia is slightly more straightforward than Premier League tau. Premier League ni because you have so many like teams yang boleh can give you a fight every week, dia macam very hard to predict siapa who's going to be the winner of the Premier League. Champions League senang. Siapa yang power main, confirm menang.
Siapa yang form in the later stages.
Exactly.
February onward, siapa yang form situ, itulah.
And also like macam you can simply say like 50% is basically the starting lineup. Macam kalau kau tak ada a really quality good team macam PSG, Barcelona, yang technically good ni apa semua, yang macam Real Madrid or Bayern ni semua,
Liverpool.
jangan mimpi.
Tak. Abang dah tadi nak petik Liverpool.
Kena masuk gitu.
But to be fair, you're right lah. Liverpool masa dia menang tu tak adalah kualiti mana pun.
Tak rasa macam Champions League tu satu barometer untuk sukses
No.
selepas dapatkan
No, I
Premier League?
refuse to accept that narrative.
Amar ni bukan generation Z tau. Dia lain.
Kita banyak tak setuju lah, Mak. Bagi aku Champions League tu is a barometer.
Dah.
Dia memang kena.
Dah.
Okay, last question. Okay, kalau Champions League bukan barometer, apa objektif Arsenal musim ni?
Musim ni bagi aku retain the Premier League. Itu clear. Tu
Fair
sebab
enough.
kalau aku dengar macam player-player ni macam cakap kita nak go for the Champions League, aku tumbuk muka dia orang.
Tapi but then again, in final word before I wrap up sebab we need to move on to the other clubs. As a team, tolak tepi what the fans or how we feel, but as a team, I don't think Mikel or the team can walk into the dressing room and say that, sorry guys, target kita bukan UCL lah, we play for the... They will look to win everything.
Yalah.
I think that's the only way you can cultivate mentality in the dressing room lah.
Betul.
Aku rasa kalau kau Hull City pun, you have to go in there and say that we are going to win
And not
as
only
many
that,
games.
because it's realistic. This is the time. Look, kalau dia masuk dressing room, dia tengok pandang kiri, pandang kanan. These are winners, by the way. You guys are winners. We know how to do it. And we nearly did it, but for that penalty kan.
Sekarang ni
kena menang.
ada Premier League winner in there, Champions League finalist in there, ada World Cup winner in there. So Mikel Merino, Zubimendi,